Good evening, guys. So, all are getting my screen and voice. Please let me confirm once. So, all are getting my screen and voice. Good. Right. So, in last session, we discussed about static variables. How to declare the static variables, how to access the static variables, and how to modify the values of the static variables. If you want to modify the values of static variables, we can modify by using class name anywhere within the class and outside of the class also. But inside the class level method, we can modify either by using class name or by using CLS variable. If you try to modify the value of static variable either by using self or object reference, what it will happen, the value of the static variable won't be modified, right? It will add a new instance variable inside the object. If you try to modify the value of the static variable either by using by self or by using object reference, what it will happen, it won't modify the value, it will add a new instance variable with that same name inside the object. Right, up to here we discussed in last session. Now if you want to delete the static variable, how you can able to delete? If you want to delete the static variable, how you can able to delete? We can delete the static variable from anywhere by using like this, and we can delete from anywhere, right? By using, this is the syntax, we have delete keyword is there. By using this delete keyword and class name, we are deleting static variable, so we have to use static class name at here. Class name dot variable name, delete class name dot variable name. Right here we have class method is there. Inside that class method, what argument we are passing? CLS argument we are passing. If you want to delete the static variable from class method, we can use like this also. We can delete like this also. Delete CLS dot variable name also. These are the two approaches we have. By using class name, we can delete the static variable from anywhere within the class and outside of the class also. But inside class level method, we can delete static variable either by using class name or by using CLS variable also. By using class name, we can delete from anywhere. We can delete from anywhere within the class and outside of the class also. But by using this CLS variable, we can delete inside the class level method. Right? See here, I have one class like this. Now here I am writing class customer. I am taking it here. So now here I am going to take customer ID. Customer ID is equal to 100. So is this instance variable or static variable? Static variable. Where I am declaring this one? Inside the class and outside of the methods. Then we can say this is the static variable. So now I want to delete this static variable. From where we can able to delete this static variable? From anywhere we can delete. Within the class and outside of the class also we can delete this static variable. Right? If you want to delete static variable inside the class, by using class name we can delete. From outside of the class, by using class name we can delete. Right? But inside class level method, we can use either class name or CLS variable also. We can use it here. Right, now here I am going to write one class level method. How to write class level method? At the rate class method. Now here def m1 CLS is the variable which we have to pass. Now inside this we can delete this static variable by using CLS also, like this. Delete CLS dot cust id, delete cls dot cust id. Like this we can do it here. So now here what I am going to do, see, this is not instance method, this is not instance method, so we can call this class level method by using class name also. So we no need to create any object at here, so directly we can call like this also, customer dot m1 method I am calling, customer dot m1 method. See here I will, here if you ask like this, print inside customer what data is available, please print that data in the form of dictionary. Inside the customer what data is available, please print data inside in the form of dictionary. Now run this one, what it will print, python sample 1006.py. so here what it is returning, right? Here we are getting so many things. Along with that our static variable also is there or not, we have to check. Yes, we have our static variable also inside the class, right? Inside the class we have our static variable also like this. So now what I am going to do, I am going to call this m1 method. To call this m1 method, to execute this m1 method, is it required to create the object? No, not required. Why? This m1 method is not a instance method. If you want to call, if you want to access instance method, then only object is required. But this m1 is not instance method, so without creating object also, by using class name we can able to access this m1 method. So here what I am doing, customer dot m1 method, like this I am calling. So now here again I am asking what data is available inside customer class. After calling this m1 method, again I want to check what data is available inside customer class. Now let me run this one. So here what you are getting, observe very carefully. Here customer id is equal to 100 is there, customer id 100 is there before calling m1 method. After calling m1 method, observe it here. So is there customer id? Customer id is available at here? No, customer id is not available, it is got deleted, here inside class method we are deleting static variable by using cls variable, instead of the cls we can use class name also at here, so now here I will create one more customer id like this, cust underscore number I am taking it here, number is equal to 111 like this I am taking it here. So now run this one, here what you will get it here, see here customer id got deleted but customer number is there as it is, customer id got deleted but customer number is there 111, right? Customer id, why customer id deleted, right? Here I am calling this m1 method, inside that m1 method we have a logic to delete customer id, that's why customer id got deleted but still customer number is available inside customer class. Now here from outside of the class I am trying to delete this, I am going to delete this customer number from outside of the class. If you want to delete from outside of the class, how you can able to delete? By using class name we can able to delete, how you can delete? By using class name like this, delete customer dot variable name, cust underscore number. So here again I want to check inside customer what data is available, I want to check it here. So now run this one. See here first time means before calling m1 method, what we have it here, we have both customer number and customer id. Before calling m1 method we have customer id and customer number, right? Second time again I am checking, it here what we are doing, Right, here we are deleting customer ID, only customer number is available. 1 minute, here something is problem. Cust underscore number. Okay, small c, no? Okay. Small c. Okay. Cust number. Okay. Right. See here, third time, last time. Here third time what we are getting? There is no customer ID and customer number both. Customer ID and customer number both are not available. See here what we are doing. If you want to delete a static variable, we can delete from anywhere. We can delete from anywhere by using class name. By using class name we can delete from anywhere. Anywhere in the sense what? Within the class and outside of the class. Within the class and outside of the class. But inside class level method we can use CLS variable also to delete static variable. Inside class level method we can use CLS variable also to delete static variable. Is it clear? Please confirm once any explanation is required. Right. So now last one. Last one is local variables. Local variables. Local variables. What is this local variables? Local variables. Sometimes based on our programming requirement we can create variables inside the method also. Sometimes based on our programming requirement we can create variables inside a method also. Such type of variables are called local variables. But we can use those variables within that method only. Outside of the method we can't able to use those variables. Sometimes based on our programming requirement we can create variables inside the method also. But we can use those methods, those variables within that method only. Outside of the method we can't able to access. Local variables. Sometimes based on our requirement we can create variables inside the method also, but we can use those variables within that method only. Outside of the method we cannot able to access local variables. See here, class student. I am taking it here. Class student I took it here. Now here def m1 method is there, self. Now inside this m1 method I am going to create one local variable. Like this. Right here, student number is equal to 101. Student number is equal to 101. Now here, print number, it will print, no problem. So now here I am going to create one more method, def m2 self. Now here what I am going to do, here I am going to print number. So now here s1 is equal to student s1 dot m1 method, s1 dot m2 method. So now if you run this one, what output you will get? If you run this one, what output you will get? Run this one. What we are getting? Error. Name error. Name number is not defined. Name number is not defined. Where you are getting this error? Right, in line number 378. Line number 378 means what? This one. Here we are trying to access this number. Where you are trying to access this number? Inside M2 method. Inside M2 method, you are trying to access this number. But inside M2 method, are you declaring number? Are you declaring any number at here? No. We are not declaring any number inside M2 method. But still you are trying to access that number. So that is the reason it is returning name error, number is not defined. Number is defined inside M1 method, not inside M2 method. Number is defined inside M1 method, not in M2 method. Right, we are declaring this variable within the method, within the M1 method, so we can able to access this variable within that M1 method only. Within that M1 method only. We can't able to access this number variable outside of this M1 method. Outside of this M1 method. But here what you are trying to access this number inside M2 method also. That is the reason here we are getting name error, name number is not defined. Here only one time it is printing 101. Right, one time only it is printing 101. Here I am printing, right? Inside M1 I am printing, right? This is correct. So here it will print 101. But inside M2 again you are trying, right? That is the reason here we are getting name error, name number is not defined. What is local variables? The variables, right, based on our programming requirement, we can declare a variable inside the method also. Such type of variables are called local variables. This number is the local variable to M1 method. So outside of that M1 method, we can't able to access that number variable. Clear? Sometimes we can declare variables like this also. Is it clear? Here total how many types of variables we covered? 3 types of variables. One is instance variables, static variables and local variables. What is instance variables? The values of the variables are varied from the object to object. Such type of variables are called instance variables. What is static variables? The values of the variables are not varied from object to object. Such type of variables are called static variables. What is local variables? Sometimes we can create variable inside the method also. Such type of variables are called local variables. Instance variables are object level variables. Static variables are class level variables. Local variables are method level variables. Is it clear? Is it clear? Please respond. Any explanation is required about variables? Right. So now I am going to talk about one more important topic, which is methods and types of methods. Types of methods. Right, here what are the different types of methods are available inside Python? We have 3 types of methods are available. What 3 types of methods available? one is instance methods, second one is class level methods, third one is static methods. So these are the three types of methods we have. What methods are there? Node. Right. Here we have three types of the variables are there. What three types of variables are there? Local variables, in the sense at the time of declaring only we have to provide the values also. Local variables in the sense at the time of declaring itself you have to provide the values. See, here we have three types of variables. One is instance, three types of methods we have: instance methods, class level methods, and static methods. Right. So now let me confirm what is instance method. What is instance methods? Right. Here, assume I am going to write one method def. Here I am going to write one class like this: class customer, def underscore init underscore self. Now here I am going to declare instance variables: self dot customer id equal to 100, self dot customer name equal to Raju, self dot customer address is equal to Hyderabad. So like this I took it here. So here CID, CNAME, CAddress, these are the instance variables. Now here I am going to take one more method, which is def. Here I am going to take like show method I am taking like this. Inside this self I am taking right. Now here what I am going to do, print customer information. Now here print customer ID, self dot CID. Print customer name, self dot CNAME. Print customer address, self dot C address. Right. So like this I took it here. So now here I am saying this is the instance method. Instance method in the sense that here what I am passing, self argument is mandatory. Compulsory, at least one argument you should pass for instance methods, right, which is a self argument. At the time of declaring instance methods, compulsory we should pass at least one argument, which is self argument, right? So by seeing this one, can I able to confirm this is the instance method? No, we can't able to confirm it, right? By seeing this one we can't able to confirm this is the instance method. Then how you can able to finalize this one is the instance method? How you can able to confirm this one is the instance method? What is instance method? When we can say a method is a instance method. When we can say a method is a instance method. See, here we are passing self variable. We are passing self variable, but by seeing this one, we can't able to tell this is the instance method. Right? This is the instance method, right? Here, what is this part? What is this part? This part is method implementation. This part is method implementation. I am implementing this show method. Show method. Here show is the method name. Here inside this what I am doing, I am providing implementation for this show method. I am providing implementation for this show method. Right? When we can say a method is instance method and right, in method implementation, if you are using at least one instance variable, then we can say that method is the instance method. We can say that method is the instance method. See, in the method implementation, if you are using instance variables, then we can say that method is the instance methods. Here, am I using instance variables or not? Yes. Here I am printing instance variables. CID is the instance variable. C name also instance variable. C address also instance variables only. See here CID, C name, C address. These three are the instance variables. In this method implementation, am I using those instance variables or not? Yes, we are using CID, C name, C address. We are using. Then we can say this is the instance method. When we can say a method is instance method and in the method implementation, if you are using instance variables, then we can say that method is the instance method. Understood what I am telling? In the method implementation, this is the method implementation. In this method implementation, if you are using at least one instance variable, then we can say this show method is the instance method. Right? So next, at the time of method declaration, we have to pass at least one argument, which is a self argument. See, as the part of method implementation, if you are using at least one instance variable, then we can say that method is instance method. And right, so at least one argument we have to pass to instance method. Right, at least at the time of method declaration, at least one argument we should pass. That is self argument. Right? At the time of declaration, at least one argument we should pass, that is self argument. Right? Instead of self argument, instead of self name, we can take any other name also. But first argument, but always it will treat first argument as, but always it will treat first argument is a current object reference. Right, here instead of self we can give any name, and instead of self we can give any name at here, no problem. But if you pass anything but first argument, always it will treat as a current object reference. Current object reference. Here we are passing number, name, address, and number, name, address we are passing. But it won't consider number as the normal variable, and it won't treat number as the normal variable, and it will treat number as the current object reference only. It will treat number as the current object reference only, and right. So but here, right, this is the recommended one, and in Python self is the recommended one, right, to refer the current object, and current object, right. Is it clear? What is instance method? As the part of, go through these points once. As the part of method implementation, if you are using at least one instance variable, then we can say that method is instance method. Where is the proof? Here I am using CND. Here I am using CID is the instance method, CNAME also instance method, CAddress also instance method. As the part of method implementation, here I am using instance variables. Happily we can say this is the instance method. Happily we can say this is the instance method. Next, at the time of method declaration, at least one argument we should pass, that is the self argument. Yes, here I am passing self argument. Instead of self name, we can take any other name also, but always it will treat first argument is a current object reference. Here you can take anything, any name we can take, multiple arguments you will take it here, but always it will treat first argument is a current object reference variable. Current object reference variable only. Is it clear? Any explanation is required? Now clear or not? Please confirm once. Is it clear? Please respond. Right. So next one is class level method. Class level method. Class level method. When we can say a method is a class level method, and when we can say a method is a class level method, right? When we can say a method is a class level method. See, here I am taking same class. See, here I am taking same class. Same class I am taking it here. See, here at the time of declaring method, compulsory we have to take this annotation. This decorator we have to take it. What decorator? Class method decorator. Class method decorator we have to take. This is the mandatory for class methods, and this decorator is mandatory for class methods, right? So next, here instead of self we have to take CLS variable. Instead of self we have to take CLS variable. And here one more thing what we have to do. Here one more thing what we have to do. And here I will take 1 minute. Here I will take like this. I don't want this constructor and all the things at here. Right here, just I will take one static variable. I will take wheels. Wheels is equal to 4. I am taking like this. Wheels 4 I am taking like this. class method def show like this. I'm taking it here. Def here method name also driven, right? Inside this method, what I am taking here, just I am taking one print here. Along with the CLS, we can take any other names also, any other variables also we can take it here. Print here, I will take one print statement like this. What I will take, name drives with here I will take like CLS dot wheels, like this educate here, right? Like this educate here. Now here vehicle class also, vehicle I am taking. Now here vehicle dot drive method I am calling like this. Vehicle dot drive method I am calling like this at here. And here I am taking one variable, right? For this variable we have to pass this, and the name we have to pass. Here I am passing car I am passing like this, right? So now if you run this one, what you will get? Just run this one, what you will get, we'll see. Car drives with 4 wheels, and car drives with 4 wheels like this, we are getting it here. Right. Now what you guys are understood about this? What you guys are understood at here? Simple. And so when we can say this method is the class level method or not, and right, how we can able to confirm this method is a class level method, right? Simple. Right? As the part of method implementation, if you are using only static variables as the part of method implementation, if you are using only static variables, then we can say that method is a class level method. Means here, apart these static variables, we can use any other local variables, and no problem. We can use other local variables also, no problem, based on our requirement. But only static variables, in the sense we can't able to use instance variables. Only static variables in the sense what? We can't able to use instance variables. We have to use only static variables. Right? As the part of method implementation, if you are using only static variables, then we can say that method is the class level method. So now tell me, this wheels is a static variable or not? Yes, and here I am trying to access, here I am accessing this wheels by using CLS variable. CLS variable means this is the static variable. We can access a static variable inside class method either by using class name or by using CLS variable. we can access the static variable inside class method either by using class name or by using CLS variable. Here how I am accessing this static variable? By using CLS variable. Right, inside this method implementation, if you are using only static variable, means without having instance variable, there is no instance variables. Local variables we can use, and name is a local variable, we can use, no problem. But here I am not using any instance variable, then we can say that method is a class level method. Then we can say that method is a class level method. See, here I am going to write as the part of method implementation. As the part of method implementation, if you are using only static variables, only class variables means static variables, only static variables, then we can say that method is class level method. Here name I am using, and name is the local variable. Local variables we can use, and no problem. Right, based on our programming requirement, we can create any number of local variables and we can use it. But coming to these variables, static variables and instance variables, we have to use only static variable. Then only we can say that method is the class level method. Right. What next important point? Right. At the time of declaring class level methods, this is decorator, and right, this decorator compulsory explicitly, right, we have to use this decorator, and we have to use class method decorator. We have to use class method decorator. Right. So one more important compulsory we have to pass CLS variable also. Compulsory we have to pass one CLS variable also. At the time of declaration, compulsory we should provide CLS variable also as argument. Right, these three things are very important, and all are mandatory only. Right, compulsory we have to pass CLS variable, and compulsory we have to take this decorator, and as the part of method implementation, compulsory we have to take only static variables. Then we can say that method is the class level method. Then we can say that method is the class level method. Clear? When we can say a method is class level method, at the time of method implementation, if you are using only static variables, then we can say that method is class level method. And one more thing, at the time of declaring a method, compulsory we have to use this decorator also, and we have to provide CLS variable also. Right, these are the mandatory things. At the time of class level methods, these are the mandatory things. Clear? When we can say a method is class level method, please respond. Is it clear? Instance method in the sense what? As the part of method implementation, at least we have to use one instance variable. If you want, you can use static variables also. In the case of instance method, if you want, you can use static variables also. But compulsory that method should contain at least one instance variable. Then we can say that is the instance method. But coming to class level method, as the part of method implementation, we have to use only static variables. We can't able to use any instance variable. If you want, you can use some local variables, no problem. And at the time of method declaration, compulsory we have to use this decorator, class method decorator. And at the time of method declaration, compulsory we should provide CLS variable also. Is it clear? Please respond. Is it clear? Right. So one more method is static method. Static method. Static method. Right. So inside this method, we won't use any instance or class variables. And inside this methods, static methods, we won't use any instance variables or static variables. We won't use any instance variables or static variables. And right here, we won't provide any self and C as the part of static method. Inside these methods, we won't use right. So inside this method we won't use any instance or class variables in the sense static variables. And static variables, we won't use instance variables or static variables. And so next here we won't provide self or CLS variables also. We won't provide CLS or self variables also. Right. Here one more thing. Here we have to declare at the time of declaring static method, explicitly we have to take at the rate static method decorator. At the time of declaring static method, we have to take at the rate static method decorator. But this one is optional, and it right recommended to take, but this one is optional. Even if you won't take also, no problem. But for class methods this is mandatory, and for class methods mandatory. But coming to static methods, this is the optional. Even if you won't take also, it won't return any error, and but recommended to take. Okay. So next, how you can able to access static methods? We can access these we can access these methods. We can access these methods either by using class name or by using object reference also. Either by using class name or by using object reference also. But here recommended to use class name. Why? Instance methods also we can access by using object reference, and instance methods also we can able to access by using object reference. Right. In that case, there may be a chance to get confusion. Why? For instance methods there is no decorator. Instance methods, see here, simple example I will give it. 1 minute. First let me complete this part. Later I will give one example, one scenario. Right. Here all static methods are normal utility methods. Suppose if you want to do any mathematical normal calculations, at that time we can go for these kind of methods. At that time we can go and see. Here I am taking one class like this. I will take like this. Class name I will take maths something I'm taking it here. So now inside this def here I'm taking add method here I'm passing x comma y I'm passing like this. Inside this what I will do, inside this just I will do print x plus y right. Here one more method I will take like this, one more method I will take like this. And here see, here better to take this decorator also, recommended and not mandatory, recommended. Static method, right. Here one more static method I am going to take. Here I will take product I will take like this, x into y. So like this I am taking it here. So now here right. So now tell me, am I using any instance variable set here? No. Am I using any static variable set here? No. All are local variables only. I am using it here. Now if you want to access these methods, how we can able to access? Either by using class name or by using a reference. See, inside this method we won't use any instance or static variables, and we won't provide any self or CLS variables. At the time of declaring static method, we have to take at this decorator static method decorator, and we can access these methods either by using class name or by using object reference. It recommended to use class name. So here I will take like this. Class name means maths dot add I am taking. Here I will give 10 comma 20. Right here maths dot product here I am giving 10 comma 20 like this. Now run this one. If you run this one, what you will get it here? Sum 30 product 200. Sum 30 product 200 you will get. Now see, observe very carefully. Here why I am telling use this method name. See, suppose, observe very carefully. This is very important. Observe carefully at here. So now here I am going to write one method. Def m1 method I am writing. It here. Name I am taking like this. Otherwise some number, some x I am taking it here. Right. So now here just here I am taking print instance method like this I am taking it here. So now def here I will take em2 method. Here also I am passing some y at here. Right here print static method like this I took it here. Now tell me, see here, assume here instead of self, inside m1 method instead of self I am taking x. Inside m2 method I am not taking the decorator. Why? Because decorator is optional. And here what I am taking, some local variable I am passing. Here instead of self I am taking x. Now by seeing these two, can you able to tell which one is the instance method and which one is the static method? And forget about print statement. By seeing these two, def m1, def m2, can you able to tell which one is the instance method and which one is the static method? There may be a chance to get confusion. Right here, instead of self we can pass any name. We can take any name at here. And inside static method also we can pass some local variables. At that time there is no difference. Right, Right, there may be a chance to get the confusion which one is the instance method and which one is the static method. So because of that reason, to overcome that problem, right, recommended to access static methods by using class name. Right, here by using object reference we will access this instance method. There is no other option. Right, if you access this static method also by using object reference only, there may be a chance to get the confusion. So that's why recommended to access static methods by using class name, and recommended to take that @static method decorator also. Is it clear why I am telling these two are recommended? Please confirm. Is it clear? Instead of self we can take anything. For instance methods we are not using any decorator. Right? For static methods also we can pass any local variables, and that decorator also optional. In that case there is no difference. How you can able to tell which one is the instance method and which one is the static method at the time of calling? And I am asking at the time of calling. Right, so if you separate, right, if you call static methods by using class name, right, if you call instance methods by using object reference, then easily we can able to identify, oh, this person is calling by using object reference means this is the instance method. Why? Because instance methods we can't able to access by using class name. Right, here, right, this person is accessing this method by using class name means this is the static methods. Static method only we can able to access class name by using class name. Instance methods we can't able to access by using class name. Clear? Instance method means object reference. Static method means anything we can use, either class name or object reference, but recommended to use class name instead of object reference. Clear? Right. So these are the different methods which we have in Python, and three types of methods: instance methods, class level methods, and static methods. Instance methods, class level methods, and static methods. In entry room if they ask what are the different types of methods are available inside Python, three types. What three types we have? Instance methods, class level method, and static method. You have to explain all these things. Okay, thank you guys. We'll discuss remaining things in next class. Thank you.